breaking generational curses, what that look like. Are we a little bit too extreme with the talking about generational curses? Do we got like some good stuff that we can talk about too? Yeah. But let's hop right into it. Yeah. What is a non-serious generational curse that you breaking with your kids or your family? Here, I'll start us off. I got McDonald's money. I got McDonald's money because I don't feel like cooking every night anyway. Right. Yes, we can stop and get your Happy Meal. Yes, you can get your nuggets, or we can stop at Wendy's and get your 4 for 4. I got the money for that. That's my non-serious one because I seriously need to rest sometimes. Right. What about you, Keenan? Poppy.
Let me see. Non-serious.
Because you talked about some stuff. Actually, let's deep dive into that. Because you talked about, me and you had some words about this before with your generational stuff.
Come on.
He talks about how kids don't need birthday parties and over-the-top Christmases and stuff like that. But be having lobster dinner every two days with the lobster tails as big as my arms.
Hey, but that's now, though. That's now. So before, I pretty much was telling everybody, man, listen, when you're in that state of grinding, when you see your purpose, your vision, take away those holidays, take away those birthdays. The kids really ain't gonna miss it right now. You know what I'm saying? Well, the reason why they care so much is because we care. You know what I mean? Like, we build up Christmas like, yo, just wait until the live. They wouldn't care for real, because if something gets stolen out your car on Christmas Day, you think they really gonna cry about it? They're gonna be like, I'm sorry, Mom. It's all right. That's real. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those situations where you take it away. I mean, shit, it was tough. I was like, yo, I wonder what they gonna say. We say like, hey, it ain't happening this year. Yeah.
How did that feel the first time you guys did it, where it was like no Christmas the first year?
Oh man, it was tough because family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They were like, why the hell you doing that? You shouldn't be taking this from that. What's wrong with you?
Oh, your family act like me?
Oh yeah, they were going crazy. Yeah, so I heard y'all like, you sound like my sister, man. You feel me? They were going crazy over
it. But look at y'all now.
Come on, I'm like, listen, we ain't doing this forever. You know what I'm saying? But only for a certain period of time. But then afterwards, it's like, yo, created our own holidays. My son got his own holiday, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody got their own joint to the point, like, we celebrate each other on different days.
Okay, so that's a non-serious generational curse you got. Now you have your own holidays opposed to just focusing on the made-up holidays.
For sure.
Because they all fake anyway.
Okay. It is definitely fake.
Come on.
What's your non-serious one?
The superstitions.
Okay, like what? Okay.
Like sweeping your foot.
Stepping on crack real quick. I ain't gonna do it.
You know, the umbrella in the house, the the black cat. Like, I was really bound to those. Like, if I see a black cat, or I'm like making sure I don't step on the cracks. Right. There's just so many things that I was like, oh no, you can't do that. It's bad luck. Right. You know? So I'm not teaching any young person that, because I don't want them to be as paranoid as I was growing up. It's so much.
I'm with all of them except for the umbrella. My baby tried to open up an umbrella in the house, and I damn near punted him across the room. Don't you ever, nigga? What's wrong with you?
What's the umbrella curse? What happened?
I don't know, but you open the umbrella in the house and something
bad luck. You can't open the umbrella in the house.
It's bad luck. I done did that shit too many times. I do that.
Oh, you can't put your purse on the ground.
Oh yeah, your money gonna get swept away or something like that. What's a non-serious generational curse? Because you are gentle parenting.
I am.
You are gentle parenting this go round, and she be working you.
Wear me thin.
The last video when she didn't want to let you in, and she was like, no. First of all, let me just say, I definitely ate them up in the comments, because everyone loves to act like when children have a natural response that they're abused or hurt. Like, first of all, no, that's a typical toddler child response, trying to hide something. She's not, exactly. Yeah. So what's something that, because I know this is some work for us, because we some soldiers in real life. Right. What are some generational curses that you're breaking with your baby?
Mine is not crying in front of my kids.
Okay.
Like, my mom, I looked at her like a superhero. I never seen her cry, never seen her argue, never seen her fuss. Like, and I felt like by me not knowing when was a great time, when was a bad time, we always asking for stuff, you know, and not even knowing that she didn't have it. And if she didn't have it, we making her feel bad, steady asking, like, oh, can we get this, can we get that? And it's eating up on the inside. Yeah. So I be crying for my kids. I'm like, listen, mama ain't got it. I ain't got it. I'm not gonna have it. I'm emotional. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not afraid to be emotional for my kids. Like, I don't mind crying and letting them know that I have pain right now. I'm going through something.
You're a human.
You know. And I felt like my mom was a superhero, and that wasn't real. Growing up and seeing that she go through shit too.
I think that's fair. And I think that's extremely important.
It is.
Because, like you said, a lot of the times when we don't see our parents as human, we don't know how to operate at the, we don't know when to actually go into those emotions as a grown up. So as a grown up, when you having the moments of feeling like you crying or feeling overwhelmed, it's like, oh, am I not normal? My mama ain't go through this. So how am I supposed to handle this? Exactly. So I can really appreciate that. I can really appreciate that. Kitty?
I don't have nothing that's not serious, child.
She's serious.
I done did a lot of work on myself, but I can tell you, but I can tell you that, you know, I come from a family full of fighters. Me and you have had this conversation. So when we talk about like temperament, anger issues, things like that, that's what I come from. Like my grandma was a person who would cuss out everybody with a smooth face. She didn't care. My uncles and them, they fought. We had the shootouts. We had all of that stuff. We've seen that. And so right now, what I'm working on, because my children have my temperament. That's biological though, so we can't knock that. They have my temperament, but teaching them how to respond is what I'm really trying to work on, because there's still a side of me, no matter how much work I have done, there is still a side of me that's like, all right, babe, we can pop off. But the other side is like, it's no point of doing it. And so that's like one thing I'm really trying to teach my children is the response that you have. It's okay for you to get angry. It's okay to have the temperament that you have, but learning how to control that, because I didn't see that controlled in my upbringing. If you said something, everybody was gonna get at it. We still gonna say I love you at the end, but we were gonna get at it. And so that's one thing that I'm really trying to work on. And I can honestly say that's one thing that I think I have failed at the most with my children, and especially with my teenage daughters. I really failed with them at my temperament, my responses to things, my people pleasing, just so many things that I failed at, and I'm seeing it in them. And it's really hard to see when they become teens, because it's like, that happened young. Like y'all saw me, they saw me in hard places and they learned how to cope almost the same way that I was coping with things. And so that's really hard to see. It takes a lot of breaking down, but that's the things that I'm working on right now.
And it's serious. I know that's right. And intentional. Something that you are doing with your daughters that I think is really dope. And I do believe that is a financial generational curse that you're breaking. You set them up to have their own businesses. Let's talk about that a little bit, because that was really dope to me.
And I'm glad. I appreciate that, because a lot of people don't understand. We legally formed the businesses. You know, me and my husband, we had conversations with my girls, like, what is it that you all want to do? They've seen their mom go from nursing to this profession. Like, they've seen me go from always making the money, but they've seen the hardships as well, because I faced some hardships. And they seen that, and they seen the business that I built. And they're like, you really did this. Like, this is serious. And so I would ask them, me and my husband would tell them, we are willing to put this much money into what it is that you all are willing to do, whatever it is that you all want to do. But you have to have a plan. You can't be like the rest of these kids and just thinking that everyone's going to give you something. You got to have something going for yourself. So we sat down, we let them come up with a lot of ideas. We started making Excel sheets and stuff like that, helping them figure out how to form it. When they started bringing in the money, and they started saying, like, this is mine. Like, no one can take this away from me. This is mine. That's what we wanted them to have. Like, we want you to understand consumers. We want you to understand the business of things, but we want you to have something that you can build on your own and make something out of that. And I think that really came from, because I watched my mom as a single mother, and I watched like everything that she did. And that woman worked tooth and nail to make sure me and my sister had whatever it is that we wanted. That's the reason why me and my sister are successful the way that we are, because of my mother.
That's real.
So I watched that, and I'm like, you know, that's one thing that I seen. My girls should have that same thing. They should always feel like they have their parents in their corner. You know, because I'm a person, I don't believe in nature over nurture. I believe in nurture over nature. Like, yes, I'm your mother, but I still have to make sure that nurturance is important. Right here, that I am nurturing whatever it is that you desire, how you feel on the inside. That stuff is important to make some dope adults.